Okay, this is for Sam and Emily. As you're in lockdown, we're all in lockdown, and you never come over here. I thought I'd just show you the project I'm up to. So Sam will know this. When we did Stelvio last year, we used to clip the microphone to the number plate and then run a cable up over the top of the car and route it up to the GoPro camera on the back. What I've decided to do is make a permanent feature. Okay, so I've drilled a hole in the number plate and mounted the microphone there with a special socket which is drilled into the car behind the number plate so you can't see it. You can actually take out the microphone, and there's a little plastic stopper that goes in there to prevent any water coming in. And in fact, during the winter time, which I don't use it at all, I've got a second number plate. If I undo these two screws, I can replace that, which doesn't have a hole in it. So this afternoon I've been routing the cable for that microphone through the battery compartment into the engine compartment and eventually into the cockpit, and that's all done. You can't see it, it's all hidden away. And the idea is it will be connected in the cockpit here into the rear parcel shelf, and this is the rear parcel shelf which I've removed, and you'll see that there is a socket there which I've put in, and the idea is that the rear microphone will be attached to that socket here on the auxiliary point, and then the cable will go through to the GoPro camera and it will record the sound from the exhaust pipe, and the GoPro camera will be charged by that USB. There's another one over here which hasn't arrived yet, but when it does I'll fit it, and obviously the USB will then charge the rear camera on the top of the car, and then the auxiliary microphone piece will be connected to a third socket which I'll have down here, and the auxiliary will then be connected to the radio which I'm going to mount here. So the idea is that the rear GoPro camera records the radio banter, and there will be a little hole in here with a cable going through into the car electricity system, which will then power and charge the radio, and that radio will be used specifically for picking up the radio banter. I'll have one on my chest as per normal. So I've got a USB charging unit which all of these things will be fitted into, and because I was conscious of the fact that you know, I've been using this for a couple of weeks during the year, I didn't want all of that USB to be live during the rest of the year, so I've put in a very small little switch down here which will enable me to turn them on, and when that's all powered up, when you switch it on it will light up green. So that's that piece. And then if we go to the actual cabin of the car, you can see I've actually removed the obviously the parcel shelf. Down here in the corner you'll notice that there is a USB strip plug now, which will take, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them. I only need 3 of them, and that's connected into the power supply down here, and then it will connect to that switch, the green switch, through that white plug there. You'll also probably notice there's a couple of wires here. These are the left and right rear speaker wires, which is part of the standard loom in the Lotus. So I'm actually, when I refit this all, I'm going to put some rear speakers in there as well. So I'm just really waiting for those 2 additional switches, and then I can finish this all off. It's nearly done. It's been quite enjoyable, and of course every single stage has been, you know, redone to make sure it's absolutely perfect before it goes in.